Hey there, welcome. And before we start, if you haven't taken a moment to read the pre-session incantation within the description, you might want to do that now. It'll help you get the most out of this experience. Go ahead and pause for a moment if you need to. It's okay. There's no rush. All right, you're here now, ready to let go for a while, and that's good enough. And as you're settling in, maybe lying back or just finding that comfortable position, notice how everything feels okay as it is. How the body seems to know how to release tension all on its own. You don't have to force it. You can simply be here. It's like a quiet surrender, isn't it? And as you listen to my voice, there's nothing you need to hold on to. Just let each word drift through your mind, like a soft breeze. Because right now, it's all about allowing. You've been carrying so much, haven't you? Those demands, those expectations, at work, in relationships, in life. It's felt like an endless list of things pulling at your energy, draining you from the inside out. And maybe, at some point, it all just started feeling heavy. Maybe even too heavy to keep carrying. That's okay. You don't have to resist it anymore. In fact, you can even notice the way that weight feels. Right here in this moment, how the shoulders carry it. Or maybe it's in the chest or the back of the mind. Just noticing that heaviness now. Not trying to change it, simply observing. Because the interesting thing is, as you acknowledge it, something begins to shift. It's like a soft release. You might find that even the act of noticing is enough to create a small space, a tiny bit of relief. And that's exactly how we'll begin, by simply observing and allowing. And you might notice that the weight starts to feel a little different now. Maybe it's like a fog that starts to lift, or perhaps it's like a cloud that begins to drift away. It's okay to feel that, to let that sense of heaviness transform into something lighter. As we move forward, I want you to imagine that you're standing at the edge of a vast, quiet lake. The water is completely still, like glass, reflecting everything around it. And as you look into the water, you might see your reflection staring back. It's the version of you that's felt worn down, the one who's been carrying that burden of exhaustion. It's a familiar face, isn't it? But As you look into those eyes, there's a certain softness there, a hint of something ready to change, to let go of what's no longer needed. And in a moment, I'll count from 5 to 1. With each number, you'll feel yourself drifting closer to that reflection, merging with it, becoming one with it, yet also starting to dissolve the old energy it holds. 5, moving closer, feeling the pull of that familiar exhaustion. 4, closer still, but now feeling a gentle warmth growing in the chest. 3, even closer, and that warmth spreads further, like a soft glow within. 2, almost there, and you sense a soft unraveling of tension. 1, now merging completely, feeling the weight, but also something new, an energy, a spark. As you merge with this reflection, the old weight doesn't feel as heavy now. Instead, it starts to shift, becoming softer, lighter, like a dense fog that's beginning to lift under the morning sun. And you might even feel a sense of gentle release, like something inside you is loosening its grip. It's like you're breathing more freely, isn't it? And as that fog clears, imagine a new version of yourself emerging from the reflection. One that's not defined by the past weight, but by a sense of lightness, curiosity, and new potential. Imagine that this new self is stepping forward now, feeling a sense of openness. It's not fully formed yet. It's still emerging. But it feels promising. You might even feel a quiet excitement growing within, like a seed beginning to sprout deep inside. This new version of you doesn't carry the old exhaustion. It's like a fresh slate, free of the burdens you've known. Now, let's let this new self explore a bit. Imagine it stepping away from the lake, moving into a lush forest. The path is clear, the air is fresh, and every step you take feels more natural, more effortless. With each step forward, the feeling of heaviness continues to fade away. The forest around you is vibrant, full of life, energy, and potential. You might notice the smell of pine, or the sound of leaves rustling, or even the soft crunch of the ground beneath your feet. These sensations are grounding you, connecting you to this moment of transformation. And as you walk deeper into the forest, notice that the old, tired version of yourself begins to fall further behind. It's like a shadow that's getting smaller and smaller in the distance, becoming less relevant, less real. Because the deeper you go, the stronger this new energy becomes. It's like the forest is feeding it, nurturing it. The old identity tied to exhaustion starts to feel like just a memory, something that doesn't hold power over you anymore. Feel that sense of freedom growing. Feel the air getting lighter, and notice how the body responds to this new state. It's like a soft buzz of energy that starts to fill every cell. And it's not the kind of energy that's forced or effortful. It's natural, organic, like a gentle current of life force that's always been there, just waiting to be felt. And as you continue to walk, a realization starts to take hold. The burnout, the apathy, they were never permanent. They were just passing clouds in the sky of your mind, temporary weather patterns. They served a purpose, perhaps, but they no longer need to define who you are. This new self, this emerging energy, it's your true nature. It's the part of you that's resilient, adaptable, and capable of finding joy even in the simplest of moments. Feel how that resonates in your chest, like a warmth spreading outward, a soft radiance that becomes stronger, more vibrant. And the interesting thing is, the more you embrace this energy, the more natural it feels. It's as if this is who you've always been, underneath the layers of exhaustion. Imagine that you come to a clearing in the forest, a bright, open space filled with sunlight. In the center of this clearing, there's a small, glowing sphere of light hovering just above the ground. This light represents your potential, your limitless energy, the core essence of who you truly are. Move closer to it now, feeling its warmth, its inviting glow. And as you reach out to touch it, imagine that it merges with you, becoming a part of you. Feel it infuse every cell, lighting you up from the inside out. It's like you're becoming one with this energy, and it feels pure, doesn't it? Like it's filling up every empty space inside, reaching the parts of you that were tired, that felt drained and disengaged. But now, they're waking up, coming alive, like parched soil soaking in a gentle rain. It's a natural unfolding, an inner expansion that grows stronger with every breath you take. As this vibrant energy continues to fill you, feel it spread not just through the body, but deep into the mind, as if your thoughts are shifting, softening, aligning with this new state of being. Each thought becomes clearer, lighter, as if clarity is washing over your mind, sweeping away the mental clutter that had built up over time. There's no need to hold on to those old patterns anymore. They're simply dissolving, like mist under the sun's warmth. Now, as this clarity settles in, let's travel further into the depths of your subconscious, to where some of those initial seeds of exhaustion were planted. You might not remember the exact moments when the emotional drain began, but that's okay. Your subconscious mind knows exactly where to take you, exactly which memories to revisit. And it's not about reliving them. It's about seeing them differently, from a new perspective that brings understanding and release. Imagine now that you're walking down a winding path, one that seems familiar in some ways, but also feels different this time. It's like returning to a place you once knew well, but now with new eyes, with a different sense of awareness. The path leads you to a door, a simple wooden door that stands alone, surrounded by nothing but quiet stillness. This door represents a moment in your past, one that holds the roots of your emotional exhaustion. But this time, you're ready to step through it, to see what's on the other side with a sense of calm and curiosity. As the door opens, you step into a scene from your past, a moment that once felt overwhelming or draining. But you're not the same person you were back then. Now, you're observing from a distance, with a sense of detachment. Notice how different it feels to look at this moment through the lens of your new energy, your renewed clarity. It's like you can see the situation as it truly was, without the old emotional charge, without the heaviness. You're simply witnessing, understanding, and allowing it to lose its hold on you. And now, imagine that there's a new presence beside you, one that represents the wiser, stronger version of yourself. This version of you is calm, resilient, and carries a deep understanding of what was happening in that moment. Listen as it gently reassures you, saying things like, "You did the best you could, given the circumstances, and now you are free to let this go." Feel the relief of those words, as if they're peeling away a layer of old emotion that's been lingering beneath the surface. As you watch this scene, notice how it starts to change. The colors become softer. The energy feels lighter, as if it's being washed clean by this new understanding. And the wiser part of you steps forward, taking your hand, guiding you back toward the present, but this time carrying only the lessons learned, leaving the heaviness behind. You feel lighter now, don't you? It's as if the burden of that past moment has been lifted, and all that remains is a clear, open space in your mind. You find yourself back in the clearing, feeling a deeper sense of release. The sphere of light that had merged with you earlier has grown brighter, stronger, illuminating the entire space around you. It's a sign of your expanding energy, your growing sense of vitality. And with this newfound energy comes a sense of possibility, a quiet curiosity about what life could feel like when you're not weighed down by exhaustion. Let's build on this momentum. Imagine now that you're standing at the edge of a wide, flowing river. The water is clear, reflecting the sky above, and it's moving steadily downstream. This river represents the flow of your life, the continuous, unstoppable current of time and experience. And as you look into the water, you might see reflections of the many roles you've taken on over the years, the various demands and expectations that have been placed upon you. They ripple in the surface, shifting and changing, just like the water itself. But here's the thing. As you step into this river, you don't feel the weight of those roles anymore. Instead, you feel the current gently supporting you, guiding you forward. The water is warm and comforting, like a soft embrace. It's carrying away everything that's no longer needed. Old expectations, old patterns, old fatigue. With each step you take deeper into the river, you feel a sense of cleansing, as if the water is washing away all traces of burnout, leaving you feeling fresh, renewed. Now, as you let the current take you further downstream, there's a feeling of surrender, a total, effortless letting go. And with each passing moment, You feel a growing sense of detachment from the past. It's not that the past didn't matter. It's that it no longer defines you. What defines you now is this sense of flow, this new capacity to move forward without resistance. The river guides you to a large, open field bathed in golden sunlight. As you step onto the grass, you realize that this place is entirely yours, a space of pure potential where you can plant the seeds of your future self. In the center of this field, you see a small fire burning steadily. It's warm, inviting, a symbol of transformation. This fire represents your inner drive, your renewed sense of purpose. It's the spark that's been buried under the weight of exhaustion. But now it's fully visible, fully accessible. As you move closer to the fire, feel its warmth radiating through you, igniting your core with new passion. And as you gaze into the flames, you start to see images of your potential. Visions of what life could be like when you're not held back by burnout. See these visions clearly, you waking up with energy and enthusiasm. You engaging with others from a place of genuine connection. You pursuing your passions with renewed vigor. These aren't distant dreams. They're possibilities that are already taking root, here and now. And the more you watch these visions, the more real they feel, as if they're already happening, already unfolding in your reality. Feel how that resonates deep inside, like a gentle but powerful awakening. It's a shift in perspective, a change in how you view yourself and your life. And it's not forced. It's a natural outcome of everything you've released. Everything you've allowed to transform. This is your true self emerging, the version of you that thrives without the weight of constant demands. Now, imagine that the fire before you begins to merge with your own inner light, becoming one with the energy that's been growing inside you all along. It's a powerful integration, a unification of your deepest desires, your highest potential, and your renewed sense of self. Feel that sense of wholeness, that sense of being fully present, fully alive. As the fire within you burns brighter, you begin to notice a path leading from the field into a vast, open horizon. It's a path that represents your future, one that's free from the burdens of the past, clear of the fog of exhaustion. You can see it stretching far ahead, inviting you to step forward with confidence, with a new sense of curiosity. Take a step onto this path now. Each step feels solid, grounded, as if the earth beneath you is supporting this new energy, this new journey. And with each step, you feel a deeper sense of commitment to this transformation. It's not a forced commitment. It's a natural desire to move forward, to explore what lies ahead with an open heart and a clear mind. You're beginning to realize that burnout wasn't the end of your story. It was just a chapter, one that's now closed. The new chapters are filled with potential, with endless possibilities that are entirely within your reach. As you continue down this path, let's strengthen this transformation even further by inviting a deeper sense of integration. Imagine now that the path begins to shift under your feet, turning into a staircase that seems to descend into a tranquil inner space. Each step you take down this staircase feels like a journey deeper into your core, into the very essence of who you are becoming. With every step down, feel the new identity sinking in, as if it's becoming more solid, more permanent. Each step is a reinforcement of the new beliefs, the new energy, and the new clarity you've been cultivating. And with every step, you feel a growing sense of certainty, a knowing that this is who you truly are, who you were always meant to be, beneath the layers of fatigue and disengagement. As you reach the bottom of the staircase, you find yourself in a calm, sacred space within your mind. It's quiet here, deeply peaceful, like the very center of your being. And in the middle of this space, there's a small, glowing symbol, an emblem of your new self, your transformed identity. It could be anything that feels right to you. A symbol of strength, of resilience, of vitality. Take a moment to observe it, to absorb its meaning, letting it resonate deeply within. Now, reach out and touch this symbol, feeling it merge with you, becoming a part of your core identity. As it merges, it spreads a wave of energy through your body, reinforcing all the changes you've made so far. It's as if this symbol is locking in the transformation, making it a permanent part of who you are. And as this integration takes place, You feel a sense of completion, as if everything has fallen into place. Now, let's add a final layer of reinforcement. Imagine that this symbol releases a pulse of energy that travels up the staircase, reaching the surface of your mind. It's like a beacon, sending out a signal that radiates the new you into every corner of your subconscious. Feel that signal becoming stronger, more defined, more real, as it connects with every cell, every thought, every feeling. This pulse represents a commitment to this transformation, a commitment that extends into your waking life, into your daily experiences. It's the promise that this new energy will be with you, guiding you through challenges, supporting you in moments of stress, and lifting you when you feel low. It's not just a momentary change. It's a lasting, evolving transformation that grows stronger over time. And now, imagine yourself moving back up the staircase, step by step, carrying this new sense of self with you. As you rise, each step reinforces the new energy, making it more real, more tangible. You're not just climbing back to the surface. You're rising into a new version of yourself, one that's grounded, clear, and energized. Feel the ascent as a powerful affirmation of everything you've achieved during this journey. With each step up, you're bringing the new identity into every aspect of your life, integrating it with ease and grace. And as you reach the top of the staircase, feel a sense of lightness, as if the exhaustion of the past has truly fallen away, leaving behind only strength, clarity, and purpose. You find yourself back in the open field, but this time, everything seems brighter, more vivid. The grass is greener, the sky is clearer, and the air feels crisper, filled with the promise of new beginnings. Take a deep breath, feeling this renewal in every part of your body. It's like a fresh start, but not from scratch, from a place of deep understanding, deep release, and deep transformation. Look up at the sky above you. It's wide open, vast, like the limitless potential of your life from this point forward. And as you gaze into that sky, let your mind drift toward the future. Imagine yourself in the days, weeks, and months ahead, carrying this new energy into every moment. See yourself waking up with a sense of anticipation, engaging with life from a place of genuine interest and connection. Imagine feeling a sense of balance and ease in everything you do, whether it's at work, in relationships, or in the quiet moments you spend alone. The burnout, the disengagement, they're just shadows now, distant echoes of a past that no longer holds power over you. What holds power now is the present, the feeling of being fully alive, fully engaged, and fully connected to your own inner vitality. And as you continue to hold this vision, know that it's not just an idea. It's a reality that you're actively creating. Every breath you take, every choice you make, reinforces this new path. It's a path of energy, clarity, and joy. It's a path that feels true to who you are, who you've always been beneath the layers of fatigue. Now, let's seal this transformation with a final deep breath. As you inhale, imagine drawing in all the energy, all the potential, all the clarity that's available to you. Feel it fill your lungs, your chest, your entire body. And as you exhale, release any lingering traces of the past, letting go of anything that's not aligned with this new state of being. With this final breath, feel a sense of calm, a sense of completion. Everything has shifted, everything has transformed, and you are fully aligned with this new version of yourself. And when you're ready, slowly start to become aware of your surroundings again. Feel the surface you're resting on, the air around you, and the gentle rhythm of your breath. But know that even as you return to waking consciousness, the transformation you've experienced here will stay with you, growing stronger each day. And before you move, remember to read the post-session incantation, sealing in everything you've achieved today. Let it amplify and lock in all the changes, making them a natural part of your daily life. If you found this time helpful, consider subscribing here at Tenfold Dirt. It's not just about this moment. It's about continuing the journey, exploring deeper layers, and discovering more of what's possible for you. Take this transformation forward, knowing that it's only the beginning of a new, empowered chapter in your life.